12, Brad Holmes decides to trade up again. He has traded up every time he's traded this draft, he has traded up. He has not traded back once. As this time we trade with the Eagles. The Eagles get pick 164, which was our 5th, 201, which was our earliest 6th, and a 2025 4th. That was the Eagles' 4th round pick that we are now giving back to the Eagles. In return, we get pick 132 and pick 210, which is a 6th round pick. And with the 132nd pick, we select Sione Vaki, safety / halfback. I don't know. He was on my draft board. I had him as the 7th best safety in the draft. I didn't know he was a running back until we took him. And the Lions, specifically on the DetroitLions.com, put him as a running back. So I'm assuming he's going to play running back for us. And I just thought of this as well. He is the C.J. Moore replacement from a couple years ago, in my opinion. Since the fact he can play safety and running back, you know when we do fake punts, Jalen Reeves-Maybin did it for us last year when we fake it to Reeves-Maybin, then he takes off, and then C.J. Moore takes off. This is what I think this pick is. He's going to be a fantastic special teams player for us. We no longer need a safety. I'm assuming he'll play safety as well. He might also be like a Miles Killebrew type of guy, who is very solid at his, I'm pretty sure Miles Killebrew was also drafted in the 4th round, just like Sione Vaki. But Sione Vaki, I mean, he's 6 foot, 208. He's from Utah. He's 22. He will be turning 23 in late July. His rushing stats, in his career is 42 carries, 317 yards, 7.5 yards per carry, and 2 touchdowns. So those stats are really good. I mean, it's a small sample size, but I believe he actually played a decent amount of snaps at running back in high school. So I think that's really what they're going off of. I couldn't really find much stats out there from high school, but those were his rushing stats from college, and that was this year. He did not rush at all until this year for him. He ran a 4.62 40. He had a 1.54 10-yard split. He had a 39.5 vertical. He had 1 INT over 2 years, and he caught for 11 receptions, 203 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So this guy's kind of a do-it-all type of player. He can play offense, he can play defense. But a lot of people don't remember this, but this is exactly Godwin Igwebuike 2.0. Godwin Igwebuike was a safety. He transitioned to running back. He had a fumbling problem, though, so hopefully that's not the issue with Vaki. But this, I believe, is probably one of the first transitional safeties to running backs in NFL history, and 2 of them have been on the Lions. Godwin Igwebuike and now Sione Vaki. So, he was on my draft board. I knew who this guy was. I didn't hate this pick, but it's another big if. Like, I'm going to have to check his running stats and his rushing tape. But 7.5 yards per carry is good. So, it's really good. So, and he was a solid safety as well. So, I'm going to I haven't watched a whole lot of tape of him. I've watched very little. But from the little that I have watched, I liked him coming out of college. He was supposed to go a little later than this, I thought, like pick 150 plus, but so it's not that big of a reach. And the fact that he can play 2 positions and be a key asset on special teams, I think is really good. So I give this pick, I'm going to give it a C+. It's not my favorite pick, but you address your last position of need in the secondary at safety, and you get a running back also as well with this pick. So, to compete with Reynolds and all them other guys for the 3rd running back role. So, one pride, go Lions. This pick is pretty solid if you ask me.